they would decide to quote.
Oh God, now it comes, guys. This is the best. This was so hilarious. I actually used this for promoting my Sabaton live announcement yesterday, right? What? Rev telling me to quit? Rev! I'm not going anywhere. And neither should you, because you're amazing, Rev. Yes. I saw this video. Well, now you get to see it again with the reaction of the monkey. Reacception.
So I regret to inform you that things must change. That I have finally decided to renounce my ways, to scale back my wrongthink, to re-educate myself and become one of the normal people, because the latest campaign, the latest virtue signal.
Rev, turns out I'm a real normal person. I just took the autistic test, so just be like me, you know, normal, like me.
It's so effective, even I have to fall in line. Now, of course, I'm joking, but there's another crusade to go after the wrong-think people in the VTubing scene, and it's very similar to something we talked about roughly a month ago involving this situation right here.
Every couple of weeks, right? Every couple of weeks, poor Rev just like, oh, here we go again. My God, they love to hate me.
Artist was trying to blacklist people like myself and other problematic VTubers, where on the one hand, they were trying to shame people from using AI while also trying to blacklist them from real artists, which seems pretty counterintuitive, but we're seeing this yet again. But unfortunately, to the chagrin of all the people involved, you just can't keep a real one like me down, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get into the latest situation. Yeah, this post would get a lot of attention.
He gets a lot of heat as well, Rev, right? People just like, yeah, there we go again.
Millions of interactions. This person says, life of a right-winged VTuber. Tries to commission artists. Artist says, I don't support your ideas, and drops you. Uses AI for art. People cry about you using AI and wish death on you for not commissioning artists. Yeah, many such cases, and it's very important to understand that by right-winged VTuber, that pretty much means anyone who's one step to the right of Mao Zedong.
Why do we have to do everything like political split end sections, right? And there's a right wing, left wing, like, come on. I'm not even like, I don't even have wings.
This point, right? I mean, even apolitical VTubers are viewed as like alt-right because they refuse.
Chicken wings and watermelon, let's go. Are you going to get me some watermelon as well?
Used to speak on certain issues,
I'll
right?
be on
We've
a
seen this happen
shopping
a million
mission.
times. And when it does come to commissioning artists, yeah, there are people who will say, you have the wrong think and I will not work with you, which is not only petty and just juvenile, it's also a terrible business model. But yeah, and when it comes to AI, if you do use AI, especially those who can't find an artist because of situations like this, they receive things like death threats and a lot of harassment, which is very unhinged. Like, regardless of your feelings about the use of AI, it's very ironic to wish harm on real people over subject matter that is not real. But
if you don't like it and you don't like people using it, then it's very easy to just like, don't use it yourself and avoid people who are using it and focus on building and creating something and supporting people who are willing to do that, right? You don't have to be involved with AI. You could just completely ignore this. I couldn't care less if there are people in the stream using AI right now. Who am I to tell you what you can and cannot do with your time? It's absolutely insane to me that then someone goes around policing and constantly like trying to stir some shit up.
This whole situation really boils down to this. Someone trying to commission an artist declining them for wrongthink, that person then turning to AI, and those same people who are turning them away are now having a breakdown.
I don't
and let's
get
see
it.
the hashtag very normal people in the quotes of this original post. This person's saying they'll do anything except
pictures us
stop
more than
being
1,000
evil.
words.
And of course, this user has a hammer and sickle
Of
in
course.
their
It's a
username.
communist comrade. Here we go. Kuhaku, the communist. Dudes, we debunked that yesterday with Hobby, all right? Yeah, Hobby just like, don't get me started. And then we go another yap session with from an old communist.
And just with a quick search on their accounts, they're
Old
advocating for
yapping
political violence.
ex-communist.
Not only celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk, but also saying his wife needs to go next.
What the
And
hell
then
is wrong
he
with these
also,
people?
ironically enough, supports the use of generative AI as long as it's using Charlie Kirk for memes.
Wait, so you cool with using AI to spew out absolute, terrible, destructive nonsense? I don't understand what's wrong with them. Clearly, I'm not autistic, so I cannot understand, right? I'm normal.
Remember, he's calling people
Maybe I was
evil
just cheating.
over the use of AI. But it's okay in this circumstance, which is deranged to begin with. And then down here, bragging about showing their family members Charlie Kirk edits at Thanksgiving. Yeah, very normal people. Here's another one saying, ever tried not being a terrible person? Oh, look at that. Another hammer and sickle in the username. We're 2 for 2 so far.
You know what I mean. I know you guys are freaking normal. Because none of us wish any harm on someone for speaking their opinion and then getting assassinated for it. This is such a terrible thing. And anyone who goes like, yeah, I didn't agree with him, he was a terrible person, he still don't deserve that kind of thing that happened.
And what do you know? You look at their account, this was the first thing I saw, the first action they took on their account. Reposting another user advocating for the genocide of Christians. Like, these are the people telling you you're evil for using AI. Like, even if it's for just memes or something, these are the supposedly normal people, by the way. And also, what's with these commies? Like, I thought they wanted everything for free, but then they see someone doing something for free, and now they're having an absolute meltdown on social media. They're not good at anything, especially being consistent, that's for sure. But here's another person trying to use this as a purity test, saying, have you tried not being a bad person or something? Well, would you know? Just search Kirk. All you got to do, guys, literally, if these people are trying to come out with these purity tests, trying to say you're a bad person over X, Y, and Z, as I always say, just keyword search Charlie Kirk on their account, and you're going to see them celebrating an act of political violence that left a wife widowed and children without a father for the rest of their lives. Like, this is the type of people...
at the end of the day, it was just like going around debating people, giving them a chance to like talk back to him and you know, voicing his opinions. And yeah, if you disagree, you disagree. But I don't understand why these people are celebrating such a horrid act.
Saying that you're a bad person for turning to AI after losing commissions with artists because of your political beliefs.
And it did happen in front
of
his
you have
family,
another person here
which
saying
makes it even more tragic and absolutely absurd. And then people like celebrating this. I don't know what the hell is wrong with these people. Put them in the box. Exactly.
Right wing ascribes you to crowds that frequently deploy harmful rhetoric towards ethnicities and identities most artists belong to. Genocides, assassinations, and segregation are actively being supported by you. Only parties incapable of moral assignment can confidently offer you service. It's so funny this person lists these things off. In the last couple of tweets alone, we have seen the exact opposite side advocate and celebrate all of these things they're projecting on this user and anyone like them in the original post. the hypocrisy is really just astounding, but not
I would advocate for like an internet driver's license where any of this sort of behavior would get you a speeding ticket. And if you keep behaving like that, you should get permanently banned and the license revoked. And you have to retake it after psychological evaluation. But this way, I feel like the rest of us are safer without having like these mentally retarded Looney Tunes around.
not surprising.
Multipass,
And
please.
of course, you look through their account. Here they are advocating for people to off Elon Musk on Elon Musk's
your multipass
platform.
today.
By the way, like if you hate the guy so much, then leave, right? But this is just like openly committing a felony live on Twitter.com. Like this is insane. But they also said down here that everyone enlisted in ICE or into ICE. So I guess if you support them or you're even like invested, like interested in any sort of a way, you should be off as well. Totally well-adjusted individuals who are, again, preaching to you about acceptance.
Driver, you don't like my idea of the internet driver's license. I don't say it's perfect, but in a sense, the internet has gotten so weird. Because I was here before it was there, and it was kind of like in the beginning it was cool, and then it got more mainstream, and now we have all these mentally retarded people that are chronically online.
Intolerance, but this was the main quote that got the most attention. Now, when I say attention, how much of that is artificial, I don't really know, but that's really ironic given the conversation where we're talking about AI, where tweets like this feel very artificial, very botted. This person quotes saying, maybe don't be right-wings.
What does that even mean, right-wing? Like I said, I'm not even into politics, but yes, I have my conservative thoughts.
Yes, that's the new strategy. Just change the way
Anarchy
you think.
in the UK.
Yeah, that wrong think, the fact that you think differently than me, just stop it. Just stop thinking the way you do. Stop having free will. Then we'll stop being mean to you. Then we'll give you things back. And we'll finally treat you like a normal human being as long as you line up 100% with our belief system. Totally deranged behavior. But this gets 74,000 likes. And ironically enough, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone in the replies agreeing, but that's just kind of the way Twitter is. Everything feels so inauthentic. And just like any other person in this situation, they not only prove that, well, things are artificial looking in terms of likes, but they also use the opportunity in their virtue signaling to promote, their artist friend.
It's how you structure it, right?
Since this is exploding, go support my friend's art. Well, all I can say is they definitely need some support, and ironically, they're not beating the botting accusations where the reply to their 74,000 liked tweet has 300 likes. But here's another interesting observation from the normal people. This VTuber saying, being right-wing is a choice, by the way. Oh, all these things are just a choice, by the way. Not very woke of you, but let's continue on. They say, you just choose to hate others and make people dislike you since VTubing is an extremely leftist space.
And that's why I don't fit in. And that's why they hate me. And that's why they want to try and get rid of me. And I feel like it's such a stupid thing to go like, yeah, you have to be leftist if you want to be in this space. I feel like you can't do that with entertainment. It should be entertainment on both sides. And also neutral entertainment where you can have left and right opinions like I often do. Many of my thoughts tend to be probably more left-leaning, and then when it comes to common sense, I go all right, let's go with the right. Politics, get the fuck out of here.
It's very interesting. So I guess an ideology can claim an entire medium, and if you don't line up with that ideology, you're not welcomed. Wow. That almost sounds like...
I feel like I get to be a part of the entertainment industry, and also as a virtual avatar. No one, gate kept this. This is only if you're a left-leaning politician and for the trans movement and for the you need to support or not support ICE. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. Like, and who are you to tell me who I'm supposed to be to partake in this? Go fuck yourselves.
Fascism, doesn't it? Isn't that exactly what it is? Like one ideology taking over a spot, and anyone who doesn't fit that is automatically not welcome whatsoever and is bad by default. Wow, yeah, that sounds like the exact stuff these people claim to hate. But this person says they choose to hate on others, and
just like,
you know, you got to do the other test, right? You search Charlie Kirk. You can also search Rev on all these accounts, and the Rev derangement syndrome is through the roof with all these individuals. Looking back, we have a crossover here with Banana Juju, who we're going to talk about in just a second, where this VTuber says thanking a piece of crap like Rev is like a definition of being a bad person. And someone says Rev is better than you'll ever be.
There are some takes where I go like, Rev, nah, mate, I wouldn't have, like, that, I don't agree with that, right? There are some takes where I go like, how the fuck did you come up with that, you know? Or did you do the research right? Or are you just yapping about something? Obviously, there are things I don't agree with Rev, and I'm sure Rev don't agree with everything I'm doing, and that's cool, you know? That's absolutely cool. I still admire and have respect for this dude doing all these videos, covering all these topics. I like him. I watch his YouTube takes. Yeah. And that's just my opinion.
And this VTuber says, I already am better than Rev.
It's pretty based.
Ooh, shiver me timbers. Guys, please support a helpless individual like me. I have been bested by this random VTuber on Twitter. Syndrome. They are better than me. So please, in this very hard time for me, offer all of your support. I need it now more than ever. I am completely and utterly...
Let me guess, plushy promotion. The last video I watched with Rev, it was only one long plushy commercial. I was like, what the fuck, Rev?
Destroyed
He's
by
a great
this individual.
salesman,
but
right?
Let's talk about Banana Juju. I believe this is the third or fourth time we've talked about this VTuber on this channel. She's been through the ringer. She's included in a lot of the posts calling me out and the other problematic VTubers. If you're not familiar, she was targeted by a lot of VTubers because they were claiming she was racist, and her VTuber model was cultural appropriation because of the dreads and the fair skin, despite the fact that it represents or reflects what she looks like in real life. But she gained a massive amount of followers during that time because VTuber fans don't care about this sort of virtue signaling, and they surrounded her and they basically backed her up, and she gained a substantial following because of VTubers trying to virtue.
He's talking about you guys. You give me a massive following. You guys are like the heroes throughout this whole shit show, right? This whole endeavor, you guys are the heroes. So when I say I hate the VTuber community, I hope you understand that I don't mean creators like Rev, like Kirsche, like Powder, like, I don't know, there are so many of them that are awesome. But then there is also the dark side of the retards, which names we don't have to drop. You get it, right? You get it that there's a difference. The left wing and the right wing or whatever.
Signal about her. But she had a take on this situation saying this: you will find artists, do not worry. I did too.
Yes.
Because there are so many of them.
Yes.
Also, the one thing AI never did to me was complain or scam me. So this is an upside right there.
Just being
and that is definitely the truth. And you really can find artists if you try hard enough. And also anybody who's going to self-sabotage their business over petty differences of opinion or politics or anything like that as an artist, like, you probably don't want to work with them anyways. Like, let's be real. But here's that VTuber again.
Yeah, now you don't want to work with the people that don't like you. I did that. Remember that Chibi commission? And she just like, I refuse to work with you. It's a hot hell. I never want to work with you again. And it's like, okay, let's cancel the contract. You don't have to work with me if you don't want to. I'll let you go. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I just find another one.
They're quoting Banana Juju saying,
This is the
I know
best,
your
by the way.
cults
Yes.
is just going to tell me to off myself, but
no.
you are absolute scum. Some artists need money and some have no morals, which is why they work with the likes of your be behind.
Yeah, this one is getting out of hands, guys. So basically, you guys are a cult now, and you're roaming around on the internet and telling people to off themselves, which is not true. I know we are respectful, and we understand that these retards, it's basically pointless to engage with them, right? We point, we laugh, and then we let go. That's what we do. Time to get the Kool-Aid, guys.
Well, that's
it gets
extremely
worse. Listen to this.
aggressive, but also, again, just kind of reinforcing the futility of this entire...
And also notice how sweet I am, like, the way I respond back to them. Not demeaning, not lecturing, like a calm, collective conversation, just like, yeah, you don't understand how business works, right? So let me explain that if you're professional, there's transactions, and it goes both ways, and you need to respect that. That's how business works. And no personal feelings or things should be involved when there's money transactions to be made, right? Leave your feelings out the door. We're undergoing a business deal here.
Argument their side is trying to make. They're trying to blacklist VTubers that they think are problematic from working with real artists. Then they're mad when people turn to AI instead. Like, this is exactly what you're pushing them towards.
This is so stupid.
And then when you have someone like Banana Juju trying to actively seek out artists, they get shamed. And
Thank you
the
for the hype
artists
train,
get
dudes.
shamed for working with them. But Banana Juju replies saying, no, they understand what a business is and that we agree to go into a contract with each other. In other words, professionals. No virtue signaling BS, just business. That is why they will keep earning money from me and I will happily pay them.
Absolutely.
And the VTuber says, working with your BA means you have no morals. Yeah,
What the
I'm glad we have this individual to preach to us about
Thank
morals,
you for
but they
pointing
were
that
not
out.
done. They would decide to quote.
Oh God, now it comes, guys. This is the best. This was so hilarious. I actually used this for promoting my Sabaton live announcement yesterday, right? So no one, like, this bitch comes out of the blue and hates me, right? She absolutely despises me, wants to tell everyone to stay away from me because if they don't do so, they don't have morals. The way I see it, and this is fucking hilarious because me and Happy, we were laughing. So we were literally, I started to cry. I was laughing so much. And I just like, who made this person retweet and promote my Sabaton? And the way she does it, it's absolutely fucking fantastic. You cannot make this up. Oh my fucking God, why am I sharing the anniversary with this fucking cunt? And I'm just like, oh my God, yes, spread the word. A lot of people actually found out about the Sabaton because of this, because they missed my original notification.
A subathon
I appreciate the
post
sub.
by Banana Juju saying,
thank you.
Why do I share an anniversary with this effing see you next Tuesday? That's completely unnecessary and hostile.
Oh my God, yes.
And
yes.
Juju would respond saying, yes, spread the word of the monkey.
Notice how positive I am and going like, you go, girl. Let's spread the word, right? Let's tell the world how freaking amazing the Sabaton is going to be. Look at her respond. Like, why wouldn't you just fucking ignore me? Why? Why do you?
And this VTuber replies saying, "You make me want to effing disappear forever." Let's say that word. 3 likes on 4,000 views, 47 comments dunking on them. I got a word of advice, unironically for this individual. Maybe take a break.
Yes.
I mean, take a break from the internet, but especially take a break from interacting with accounts that are causing you to want to disappear forever. Like, you are voluntarily engaged.
Don't fuck around with the monkey. And I love that. I mean, just deal with it.
Engaging with these accounts over and over again. It clearly cannot be good for your mental health.
Thing.
But then again, do these people ever care about their mental health?
Go out, touch some grass.
Probably not.
Here's
some more replies or quotes of Banana Juju, this hashtag normal person saying, "Hey, look, guys, it's the ranch raccoon used herself being racist to get followers, supports AI art. Shock."
Well, first of all, no one has actually proven that I am a racist. No one can find any clips or actual statement that confirms that I'm a racist. And all these assumptions are made by different people. And I don't need to defend myself or explain myself to people, strangers on the internet, who and what I am not, right? It's pretty easy to figure it out, guys. When you're a world traveler, it's pretty easy to figure it out what I am and what I am not. I'm an open book, right? So, whatever. It's their projection. Then go fuck yourself.
In other shocking news, the sky has clouds in it. And in other shocking news, this person has derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
They say, this F is one of the reasons why, referring to Chibi reviews, why we need to gatekeep the anime community.
Absolutely.
His kind should not be allowed in it. It gives the rest of us a bad name. Same with that See You Next Tuesday Kirsha and Smugglana, and especially Rev, the anime Keemstar. Wow. I mean, that's the most offensive one I've heard so far. Like, you can call me a lot of things. That's a pretty offensive one right there. That's worse than pretty much anything I can think of. But you can see that's not.
Waifu Blaster, you know why Smug doesn't appear often on these takes? First of all, I think Smugglana is very much against the usage of AI. It's probably more similar to other VTubers, like respect the VTuber artist scenery. And she's kind of like, I don't watch her content very much, but she has like these vanilla takes. She's just in the stays in the safe zone. She doesn't like don't cross the line and says something outrageous. It's neutral, yeah. She's like Pippa, right? They're more like neutral, vanilla, doing their own thing, commenting, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? Dude, you should do what you are comfortable with, right? You don't have to go on a, hardcore rampage like Powder. I love Powder for that. I do. And I love to see it that she's getting more and more confident and, really like bashing back. And yeah, she's come a very long way and she's exploding at the moment. And I'm there cheering it on. W Powder, let's go.
Not their first rodeo, but here's another quote saying, "You are
She's
a
on
horrible
fire,
person,
man.
And we weren't even
it.
testing for that." And Banana Juju simply says, "For what? Using AI or finding artists who want to be professionals and make business?" Yeah.
It takes guts to stand in the line of fire, and it does. She is a fighter, and I try to be the same. I'm much, 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 much smaller. I will hold my ground. I am a Swedish shield maiden after all. And I shall hold this line. And no one gets to break me. Smug is a bro. Smug is a cozy, comfortable companion that has vanilla takes and doesn't stir up too much commotion. And I love her content for that too. And she's a cutie patootie. She is. She is. Stand your ground. No knee bending. You will never see me bending over to anyone. No, not a fucking chance. My ancestors would cry if I bend over like a gaylord. It's not gonna happen.
Let's like take a step back and realize what we're talking about when we're calling someone a horrible person. It's based on a tweet that's really responding to a negative situation and trying to turn it positive by saying, hey, you can find artists, and let's find artists.
I like honest
and
people
let's
also.
support them.
Yes.
Isn't that
Don't
like the goal
fake
of this whole situation? All these good people.
Pretentious bitches who are fake fucks that constantly change their opinion about things depending on the majority of the people and what group they want to belong to. I hate those. They have no personality, they have no charm, and they don't have backbone. They're just weak and pathetic. That's all they are, and that's how I see them. If you're constantly dancing after trends, that makes you a loser. Like someone goes like, "Oh, I love the color red." Oh yeah, me too. Because you love it, I love it too now. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Supposedly, isn't that what they want? But no, they respond like that. But there's still some more responses to this original post that I found pretty humorous. This VTuber right here saying, because not being a racist piece of crap is so hard.
A lot
Love
of
it
them
when
are
you
out
justify
there,
the use of
right.
a system that
They
relies
just
on
wanna do
stealing
their
from
own
artists
thing.
and disrespects the lifeblood of VTubing as a whole. It shows that you don't belong anywhere near the VTubing space. Of course, no self-respecting artist or VTuber wants to associate with you when you're posting bigoted garbage on the...
Thank you for the 5 buddy. Keep on gifting, huh? Dudes, we're back on 4 hours. You're not letting me go. You are not letting me go. I thought today gonna be last day.
Internet for likes. It's called Your Actions Have Consequences.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. This person gets to decide who's allowed in the VTubing space.
Reaction.
They must be very important. But then again, the name looks familiar. And, well, that's their mentality. They say Rev just doesn't know when to stay down. That is the whole existence for these people on social media. It's not about creating content or doing anything on their own. It's about seething about others and trying to control them and then seething harder when none of that works. And that is reflected in this quote where this user says,
yeah,
they're unironically telling this
violence.
guy, just don't be a right-winger.
These are the
yeah,
Twitter
bro,
retards.
just stop resisting. Just
every single one of them.
Step back in line. Just obey. That is basically the best way to sum up this entire situation. The very
just
accepting and sympathetic and
crabs
tolerant people, they're just the opposite of that. I mean, straight up deranged in some cases, but
they're
hypocritical
fascists.
at the very least. But that's going to do it for this video.
Because listen, I don't want them to go away. I want them to be able to have their opinions. Believe me, I really want them to have their opinions. Because I think everyone should have the right to see and like and dislike whatever, right? That is a personal thing. What you cannot do is go around spewing around mentally deranged stuff and also accusing me, for instance, of being something that I am not, but you spreading this around. This is where I go like, no, this needs to be stopped. No, this is taking it too far.